If you've been following the channel for a while, then you know I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. About 1 year ago, I shot a Hobbit home in North Carolina, and I've always wanted to do it again. And now today, that dream is becoming a reality. Welcome to the Recanto Hobbit home, which translates in English to roughly the Nook Hobbit home, about 1.5 hours outside of Sao Paulo, Brazil. I think what makes this property so unique is not just the fact that it's a Hobbit home, but I'm standing outside right now, literally in an enchanted garden is the way I would describe it. There are so many nice little exterior amenities. I'm looking at a pond right now as I'm speaking to you. There's also a swing, a hot tub, a little gazebo. There's just a lot of activities right outside of this Airbnb. And then inside, of course, everything is very Lord of the Rings themed, and it feels incredibly cozy. So without further ado, guys, let's now go and start the full tour. First enter, you'll open up this door to the property and you'll be on top of this hill overlooking the garden. So there's a lot to cover here, but I also noticed with this bird's eye view from the drone that the swing area is in the shape of a heart. But before we focus on the garden, of course we have to check out the Hobbit home itself. You have the big green rounded door, which is the centerpiece, and there's a sign that says no admittance except on party business, which is a famous line from the movies. But next, let's go over here to the left to the covered dining area. This is the first part of the garden. It has a little roof above it in case maybe it's raining or to protect you from the elements, and it's next to the pond. Included in your stay is a breakfast basket that is hand delivered by the hosts, has a bunch of different baked goods, granola, yogurt, juices, and more. To the right of the dining area is the pond. It has a waterfall that runs into it and a few koi fish. After that, there is your swing area. There is a sign with a bunch of different locations from the movies. And be sure to wake up bright and early because the sun actually rises right in front of the property. So you can sit on your swing and swing back and forth and take in all of the gorgeous mountain views and the sunrise. And if you're here for photos, this is definitely the place to take all of your Instagram shots. Let's see the other half of the garden. There's actually a second dining area. So this one is a little bit closer to the view in the mountains. So you can perhaps have breakfast here for sunrise and dinner at the other dining area. But if you look into this far corner, you have your fire pit. The wood was already laid out for me, so I just had to light it. And there are some string lights that come on at night. Next, there is your fountain, which has a really peaceful sound to it. And finally, your hot tub area. It also faces towards sunrise, and there's an outdoor sofa right next to it, so you can move to that after going into the tub. Last but not least, before we go inside, this is what some of the surrounding area looks like. We are so high up in the mountains that I was able to fly my drone above the clouds pretty easily. But that's it for everything on the exterior, so I'll open up the big green rounded door and let's go and see the interior. Upon first glance on the right, you'll see the bed and fireplace area. We'll start near the fireplace and you'll see these two uniquely shaped chairs. There's also a chessboard that is already laid out for you, and of course it is Lord of the Rings themed with different pieces ranging from wizards to kings and queens, and there is a hobbit piece. Next, there is your fireplace, which is electronic if I recall, so you just flip a switch and it turns on. And there are a few different books like this, and this is what their guest book looks like. Let's turn our attention to the bed now. You have this large, comfortable mattress, and in the far corner, there are a ton of other items waiting for you when you check in. So starting off first, there are a few towels that you can use in the hot tub. There are some Hobbit slippers, and the original Hobbit Bilbo himself is framed, even a wizard's staff. To the left of the bed, there is then a small dining area and a few goodies like a bottle of wine, some chocolates, and a note from the hosts Rose and Marlin. Let's head into the kitchen now, and despite the small square footage of this home, they managed to pack a lot into this kitchen. There's a ton of different pitchers, mugs, cups, glasses. Some of them are Lord of the Rings themed on that shelf on the top right. And on this other shelf that I'm picking things out from, you have some plates and bowls, even some tea kettles, and there's also your stovetop and some coffee essentials. Finally, in the main room, there is a storage trunk and a small TV. But I'll slide back this cool Lord of the Rings themed door because we'll go into the last room now, and that is your bathroom. I loved all of the stonework in here. It feels like a castle or gothic, or this is all perfect for the theme they are going for. You even have this rounded mirror that's made from a tree stump, and this is your shower. And a huge shout out to the hosts Rose and Marlin pictured here. They made me feel so welcomed during my stay. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.